thank you so much for accepting our invitation for the interview. Could you shortly just introduce yourself?
Sure, of course. I'm happy to be here. I'm Sarah Vander Zanden, and I am the Department Head of Literacy, Early Childhood, and Special Education here at UNI, and I'm a literacy professor.
Thank you so much. So here we are talking about what it means to be literate today. And do you think it's still mainly about reading and writing, or has literacy become something broader than that?
When I think about literacy today, I still think about reading and writing and speaking and listening, because those are kind of traditional components of literacy. But I also always include thinking, and I think that has become more primary than anything else. Thinking about how do you engage with reading or text, how do you produce it, how do you consume it, and then what do we do about that? So that reading, writing, thinking, listening, speaking, all of those need to be working in conjunction with one another. Otherwise, you just have a kind of a narrow point of view, and I think that's problematic. Yeah.
So, since the world now is shaped by screens, algorithms, images, AI, and a constant flow of information, what kinds of literacy do you think schools still undervalue or fail to teach well?
I think visual literacy is undervalued broadly in schools. We do have a lot of emphasis on the text, so like on producing words or print on the page, but visual literacy is more than that. So how are the words on the page, and in what order, and what other things are nearby those words, so images or diagrams or numbers even, and thinking about how we get information from all those different pieces. That's not always privileged in schools. More often than not, it's the correct pronunciation or the correct spelling or fluent read aloud. Those are good things, we want that, but that's not enough. So I think that visual component needs to be heightened so that students can showcase their knowledge.
So what worries you about literacy today?
So what worries me about literacy today is a big question, but I think there's a lot of hope for literacy, and by that I mean that we as a culture are realizing things are changing. Because we have AI, because we have so much going on with digital technology, there is a kind of a microscope on, so what do we do about like basic skills, and how do we navigate those things? And so literacy fits in all those spaces, and so you have this opportunity, I think, to learn more, be more, do more through that. And it can be a challenge, and I think the worry there is to only do one part of it. And if I was worried about some aspect of literacy, it would be the narrowing or the very tight definition of what counts as literacy. Sometimes that gets only equated to reading or writing. But literacy, and lots of scholars have talked about this in the past, is a set of social practices. How we engage in the world, what we do with one another, how we share stories. All of those things are part of literacy. And so you can do that with digital media, you can do that with computer constructed stories, you can do that with me telling you a story. That's all literacy still. And so I think there's a little hope there from me in that sense.
So with everything that I just said, if you could reshape how schools approach literacy now, what would you want students to leave with beyond the ability to read and write well?
I think I want students to have a sense of how to put words together to communicate a message. So for me, literacy is often about how do you get what you need? And whether that's entertainment or information, or to have more recess time if you're a fourth grader, whatever it is, I want students to be able to know how to put things together so they can get what they need. And so that's what I'm hoping schools can provide, that foundation for thinking about how to construct a message or how to interpret a message, and then what to do with it.
Thank you. Is there anything else you'd like to say or add?
When I think about parents and literacy, some things that I hope parents are thinking about is the joyful component of language and literacy, and that there is so much fun to be had with words, and to really celebrate whatever languages are in their homes, whatever languages are in their communities, and to think about how the words and the way those words are constructed can be fun, engaging, and part of their everyday lives, so that that becomes something that the kids share with their friends and share with their teachers, and so that we can learn to communicate differently. And the other aspect for parents is, I would just hope, and I think parents are doing this, but continue to have long conversations with their children and to talk to them about their lives, about what's going on, just daily things, and not worry about how they do that or when they do that, but to do that, whether it's driving on the way to a soccer practice or sitting at dinner together or working in the yard or whatever they might be doing, but have that conversation and really develop rapport and relationship through language, because that's a real fundamental part of literacy.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.